Hello. Okay, I had an experience today I want to share with you guys. It was kind of funny. But it's also kind of made me think, okay? So I was walking around the corner today and I heard my daughter talking, and I love to listen to kids talk. I think it's really funny just to see what they conjure up. Um, but as I was listening, I hear my daughter, who is 6, go, right, right. You just need to control yourself and you need to go get an IV shot when you're sick. Go to the next page. And I popped my head around the corner really quick. And I was like, Henley, what are you doing, sis? She's like, I'm in a coaching meeting, mom. And I had to laugh, you guys. Okay, so I was literally just having this conversation yesterday with someone about what we choose to model for our children. This is super, super interesting to me because I had an experience, which I'll share in just a second, but I had an experience years ago with Henley. Also that it was one of those interactions that you have with a child that really like knocks you into place, so to speak. So 3 years ago, this is right when I was kind of in like the pit, sort of speak, of a lot of mental health. I was really, really struggling and really just starting this journey of figuring that out. And I remember walking past a mirror one day and stopping and like frowning at myself, and I was like checking my hair and like did this, and I just kind of like rolled my eyes and walked off. I didn't really think about that experience at all until later that day when I saw a sweet little 3-year-old who got a chair, moved it up in front of the mirror, and went and looked at herself and frowned and did this and did this and rolled her eyes and climbed down and walked away. I'm going to go with that was not one of my favorite mom moments that I've ever had. Okay. The reason that this has stuck with me is because that was the day that I realized that my daughter was internalizing what she saw my relationship with myself look like. You guys, this is huge. How many of us, whether you're male or female, have ever looked in the mirror and judged yourself? How many of you have ever had a thought that was really negative towards yourself? I haven't met a person yet who's never had a negative thought about themselves. I'm going to throw that out there, okay? It's very typical. It's very normal. But what we don't realize is how big of a rippling effect that interaction with ourself can have, okay? So yes, this is tilted a lot more towards parents, I feel like, but I've also seen this play out in my marriage, and I'll explain that in just a little bit. But when I had this interaction with when I watched my daughter have this interaction with herself and replay action by action exactly what she had just seen her mom do, it hit me kind of at the core because it made me step back and realize two things. First, I did not want my daughter feeling how I was feeling. Guys, it wasn't fun. It wasn't good. It was heavy. It was dark. It was that space where, like I was judging myself, and therefore I felt like the whole world was judging me too. Okay. Which wasn't true. The whole world wasn't even paying attention to Beth, but I was paying attention to Beth, and I was not treating myself very kindly. So that was the first part. I did not want my daughter to feel like that. Second, I realized probably for the first time how very, very, very intentional I was going to need to be in my relationship with myself. Okay. So when we have a relationship with ourselves, each of us is at a different place in that journey, but we really need to pause and ask ourselves, like, okay, today on a scale of 1 to 10, where am I at in the friend zone with myself? Like, do you even want to say hi to yourself in the mirror? Or are you like, dude, what's up, best friend? Like that sounds kind of silly, but you guys, it really is as simple as that. Like you have a relationship with yourself. And if you cannot have a relationship with yourself that is healthy, you can't have a relationship as deeply and as healthy as you want with other people. It's not possible. So with my daughter, when I saw her do this, it kind of gave me a crossroads, and I realized very quickly that you got to choose. Okay. So I did. And it was really hard and it felt really fake and really awkward at first. But every time I walked past the mirror, I started doing this. What's up, good looking? Okay. I didn't believe it at first. Okay. I didn't. I wasn't in a head or a heart space to do that. Okay. But every time I did, I realized the longer I did that, the easier it got to just smile at myself in the mirror, dang it. Okay. It wasn't like, how many times have I heard this comment since high school? Like, okay, you guys, think about this. Okay. When you're climbing out of the shower, most of the time, there's a mirror. It's called a bathroom. Okay. When you see yourself in the mirror, what is your interaction like? Okay. What is your dialogue like for the person in the mirror? Okay. If it's not good, then we need to start to change it. If it's only good, like, oh, hey, there you are. Let's elevate it. Okay. This is a really fun adjustment to make. It's hard, but it's really fun. Okay. I love the fun, hard fun. I don't know how to put that, but that's okay. In my relationship, you guys, so that was kind of the parenting one. Parenting, we talked about how we model. Okay. Then we talk about ourselves. That's kind of your basis. You got to have that foundation. In my marriage, you guys, there have been times where Jared and I very much look at each other and we're like, man, I'm getting left behind. They are rocking it right now, and I am drowning. And that sucks. Okay. It's not like fun to see the person who you're spending your life with totally outrun you. But you guys, we have to evaluate that, okay? I sat there and for a long time I beat myself up about the fact that Jared was doing so awesome. And I was struggling. Okay. But as soon as I could stop, and I've talked about this before, and I'll say this again, guys, your journey is not their journey. You each have your own journey. Oh, words. You each have your own journey, and it's very, very important that you recognize that your journey and their journey, while they are very, very intertwined on many levels, they're not the same. Okay. You're designed to hit one road. Okay. They might be in the lane right next to you, but those journeys do not look the same. Okay. Jared and I, there are times where like, yeah, finally, like we're here and we're progressing together. There's lots of times where he's up here and I'm like, don't worry, I'll catch up in 3 years. Like, welcome to motherhood with young children sometimes. Okay. I'm sure that happens at every phase. I'm just not at those phases yet. But there's other times, you guys, where I am like rocking it. I am like hitting that mountain and I am so proud. And Jared's like, wait for me. Like, you guys, it's okay to not be here. That doesn't mean anybody's failing. It just means that we're on a different journey. Okay. Maybe somebody's doing some switchbacks and somebody's on the fast lane right now. Happens. It's okay. So when we are judging ourselves, though, it does one of two things. One, it can make the other person feel guilty for the progress they've made. We do not make people feel guilty for progress. Okay? It's not kind. So stop. They are allowed to progress. Okay? Even if you're stuck, they are allowed to progress. The second thing it does is it sets you into self-judgment. We don't do that either. Okay? It's not kind. It's not nice. So when we are in this realm, you guys, when we're walking past a mirror, literally figure out what you need to do for yourself. Like for me, like I said, hey, good looking. Like that was just what came to mind. You guys, there's no like premeditation on that. If you want to think on it for a week, fine. But come up with your thing, okay? Same thing if I see my daughter looking in the mirror, I say something about it. Like, man, say hi to your friend. Like, how's your friend today? And she'll look at her friend. You know, like when a baby discovers that there's a friend in the mirror and how excited they are to see that friend in the mirror. Guys, I love that. I love it, love it, love it. Because how quickly does that stop? If what they see in the mirror and who other people around them are seeing in the mirror, if it is not modeled for them, they do not continue to be joyful about that person who they are. Okay. So we really have to look at this. It's really important parent interactions with your kids. Okay. No matter how old they are. Okay. I really, 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 as a teen, I didn't know how to do my hair. I still don't really know, but it's fine. But like, that wasn't something that was modeled for me. That wasn't really important to my mother, was like hair and makeup. But like, I kind of like it. I have fun with it. And so I had to figure that out. And for me, that was kind of a hard road. But like, it was okay. And I got there. But model that at any age is really important. You guys, I work with teens all the time. And that is one thing I hear very often with them is like, why would I want something that like I don't see people being happy about? Okay, think about in church. If church is seen as a chore and a burden by the parents, why would their teen want to go to church? Okay, if all they do is hear us complain about the way we look, about our husband or wife, about our friends, our community, our neighborhood, what are we modeling here? Okay, so that is kind of my thought for today, is beware of what you model, because it really does affect you. Hello, me. When I wasn't happy with me, there's this connection that's really interesting between yourself and Heavenly Father. Okay, when you feel like crap, like there's something that pushes us away from feeling that love and that worth that is divinely ours. Okay. So it helps, it hurts you. Okay. It hurts your relationship with your Heavenly Father. It hurts your relationship with your kids. It hurts your relationship with your parents. It hurts your relationship with your spouse. Okay. So what we model, you guys, it's a choice. Always, always, always a choice. So what you choose to model matters. So we have to be intentional about what we're choosing. If you don't like the way that you're modeling something, change it little by little. It'll take a minute. Let's start to change it today. Okay. As always, if you have questions, drop them in the comments, send me a DM, whatever it takes. But be careful what you're modeling. Okay. You got it. Good luck.